Hello there. Thanks for joining me this Sunday. I'm Otto Othman and these are tonight's headlines. Malaysia opposes Australia's decision on West Jerusalem. Entertainment outlet manager slashed to death. And China mine accident leaves 7 dead. Now we begin tonight's bulletin with this story in Selangor. A 28-year-old man believed to be the manager of an entertainment center died after he was slashed with machetes by a group of men in Petaling Jaya early today. District Police Chief ACP Muhammad Zani Cik said police have detained 3 men aged between 20 and 31 in connection with the 6:30 a.m. incident in Section 8. According to Muhammad Zani, a closed-circuit television camera footage showed the victim arguing with several individuals outside the pub for about an hour before the murder took place. 4 cars, a Pro 2 Myvi, a Honda CR-V, a Volkswagen Golf and a Toyota Camry, were then seen arriving in front of the outlet. Several men armed with the sharp weapons then attacked the victim. Muhammad Zani added the victim then attempted to escape by running into the center but died at the scene. His body was later sent to the University Malaya Medical Center for post-mortem. Authorities also said they seized the 4 cars and 3 machetes found in one of the suspect's vehicles following the incident. Investigations are still ongoing to find out the motive of the murder as well as to track down the other suspects. The case is being investigated under Section 302 of the Penal Code. Elsewhere, a 23-year-old cop was hurt when he tried to avoid getting hit by a motorcyclist in a traffic operation codenamed Op Samseng Jalan Raya. The incident took place at the Plus North-South Expressway near the Southern Ipoh Toll Plaza earlier this morning. It was learned that the police constable suffered concussions and injuries on his body after a teenage biker sped towards him.
2 biji motor menghala ke saya. Satu biji dia dah lepas. Satu lagi tu memang betul-betul dia menghala ke saya depan. Kalau saya tak elak, confirm saya mati.
Cedera ni sebab elak?
Sebab elak.
Jatuh pun macam mana? Saya tuan pun naik motor juga?
Saya naik motor.
In the same operation, 2 units of the police's mobile patrol vehicle MPV were also damaged after being hit by another motorcyclist. The 18-year-old teenager, however, claimed it was an accident as he was panic-stricken by the chaotic situation at the time. The operation, which started at midnight, saw 265 motorcycles inspected, 194 summonses issued, 6 motorcycles seized, and 6 individuals arrested. All those detained, as well as the seized motorcycles, were brought to the Ipoh Police Headquarters for further action. Now, Muhammad Adib Muhammad Qasim, the firefighter who was gravely injured in the recent Seafield Sri Mahamariamman Temple fracas in Subang Jaya, is reported to be critically ill. According to the National Heart Institute, IGN, the 24-year-old has suffered progressive deterioration of his lung function in the last 24 hours. In a statement issued today, IGN said that a thorough assessment showed signs of consolidation and hardening of the lung tissue, thus making gas exchange ineffective. It also said this was due to Muhammad Adib's severe initial lung injury, coupled with his weak renal function, which has not showed much improvement. In a view of this and after a multidisciplinary team discussion, IGN added it has decided to reinsert the veno-venous extracorporeal membrane oxygenation ECMO system again at 9 p.m. today to assist in his respiratory requirements. Muhammad Adib was allegedly beaten up by several people on November 27th during the riots near the temple, caused by a dispute over its proposed relocation. Now moving on, Malaysia today expressed strong opposition to the decision by Australia to recognize West Jerusalem as the capital of Israel, saying the decision is premature and a humiliation to the Palestinians. The Foreign Ministry in a statement today reiterated Malaysia's long-standing position to a two-state agreement in the only viable solution to the Palestinian-Israeli conflict. The two-state solution envisages the Palestinians and the Israelis live side by side in peace based on the pre-1967 borders, with East Jerusalem as the capital of Palestine. Wisma Putra also said Malaysia firmly believes that Australia's announcement made before the settlement of the two-state solution is premature and a humiliation to the Palestinians and their struggle for the right to self-determination. It also said the country would continue to work closely with all partners to find a just, comprehensive and lasting solution to the conflict. Yesterday, Australian Prime Minister Scott Morrison announced that his country formally recognizes West Jerusalem as Israel's capital, reversing decades of Middle East policy, but said Canberra will not move its embassy there immediately. Now, in a related development, Prime Minister Tun Dr. Mahathir Mohamad said that it is not acceptable for any outside powers to tell the people of another country what to do. As such, the Australian government has no right to interfere in the situation between Israel and Palestine regarding Jerusalem.
Jerusalem should remain as it is now and not the capital of Israel. Of course, according to the Australian, eventually West Jerusalem should be the capital of Israel and East Jerusalem should be the capital of Palestine. But for outside countries to impose conditions and to tell people what to do with their own countries, that is not acceptable. Jerusalem has always been under Palestine. So why are they taking the initiative to divide Jerusalem, not belonging to them, but to divide between the Arabs and the Jews? They have no right.
Yesterday, the Australian Prime Minister, when announcing that its government formally recognizes West Jerusalem as Israel's capital, also said that Australia would recognize East Jerusalem as Palestine's capital, only after a settlement has been reached on a two-state solution. Previously, Tun Dr. Mahathir had told Australia its proposed embassy relocation is as good as recognizing Israel's act of terrorism against Palestinians. Now, the Prime Minister also said today he is satisfied with the role played by former Inspector General of Police Tan Sri Abdul Rahim Noor in the peace talks to end the violence in southern Thailand. Tun Dr. Mahathir stated the peace talks between Mara Patani, representing the many factions, and the Thai government were proceeding well. However, the Premier added that it would take time to solve the issues as the views of all the factions need to be sought besides knowing their interests. The area bordering Malaysia has been plagued with violence for years. Tan Sri Abdul Rahim was appointed last August to facilitate the peace talks between the Thai government and Mara Patani, an umbrella body representing militant groups in southern Thailand. Tun Dr. Mahathir, who said he had met Tan Sri Abdul Rahim only once or twice, also stressed that the important thing is to end the violence there. Meanwhile, Tun Dr. Mahathir, during his two-day official visit to Thailand that ended today, was conferred a prestigious Thai honorary doctorate by Rangsit University in recognition of his statesmanship. The Premier received the doctorate for leadership in social, business and politics by University President Dr. Airit Orairat during his convocation ceremony in Bangkok. In his acceptance speech, Tun Dr. Mahathir highlighted how students are future leaders who can also help maintain relations among ASEAN countries. The university president also praised Tun Dr. Mahathir for being a leader who returned from retirement to save Malaysia from being destroyed by corruption and greed, and also as someone who bravely speaks up for those countries which are unable to do so. This is the second honorary award for Tun Dr. Mahathir in Thailand. Now back to the home front. The DAP stressed it will not cooperate with UMNO. DAP Deputy Chairman Gobind Singh Dio, who said this today, also said that the issue of former Barisan Nasional elected representatives joining Pakatan Harapan must be closely scrutinized, adding that it will be discussed at a top PH leadership meeting soon. In his Facebook post today, he wrote that UMNO totally opposed the ruling government, including when it was the opposition before in the 14th general election. He said the people were told to reject BN, and the people did so with the desire to build a new Malaysia. Hence, the DAP, according to Gobind, will not engage in any cooperation with UMNO. Gobind was responding to a proposal by BN Secretary General Datuk Sri Nazri Abdul Aziz yesterday that UMNO should work with PKR and DAP to forge a unity government despite UMNO members not being in favor of such an idea. Datuk Sri Nazri reportedly believes that it is the only way for UMNO to survive until the next general election. Gobind also said in view of the current situation, priority should be given to the reform agenda and the rehabilitation of the country, and the people's mandate in the GE14 must be respected. Now, another UMNO veteran who is also former Malacca Chief Minister, Tan Sri Abdul Rahim Tambici, today announced his resignation from the party. He also submitted his application form along with some 100 others to join Parti Pribumi Bersatu Malaysia or Bersatu to the state party chairman, Datuk Sri Muhammad Rizwan Muhammad Yusof. Tan Sri Abdul Rahim said he left UMNO because the party had lost the spirit of struggle to champion the Malays, which he added had now shifted to Bersatu.
Hari ini saya membuat satu keputusan yang berani untuk meninggalkan parti ini kerana saya percaya untuk nasib orang-orang Melayu, kuasa politik orang Melayu di negara ini dan rakyat Malaysia boleh dibela oleh satu parti yang lebih cekap, lebih kuat, lebih berkesan yang dipimpin oleh Yang Amat Berbahagia Tuan Dr. Mahathir dan yang berhormat Datuk Sri Tan Sri Mahyudin.
He also said the mistake of UMNO leaders in sowing the culture of corruption has become a cancer that has eaten through the roots of the party and in turn led to its fall. His resignation follows an exodus of UMNO leaders since Wednesday, which saw 10 Sabah assemblymen, 5 of its 6 members of parliament, 21 of 25 division chiefs and 2 senators in the state leaving the party. On Friday, 6 MPs from other states followed suit, including former Domestic Trade, Cooperatives and Consumers Minister Datuk Sri Hamzah Zainuddin of Larut, Datuk Rosol Wahid of Hulu Terengganu and Datuk Dr. Abdul Latif Ahmad of Mersing. On to the flood situation in Terengganu. 3 of the 4 relief centres in the state were closed in stages from 10 a.m. today as flood waters continue to recede in the affected areas. Now, State Civil Defence Force Director Lieutenant Colonel Che Adam Abdul Rahman said 64 people from 20 families are still taking shelter at the last remaining flood relief centre in Kampung Pangkalan Ajal, Hulu Terengganu. The department's district chief, Harisham Ahmad Tahari, said his team was also assisting victims from a nearby village who were cut off from neighbouring areas due to flood waters.
Pihak bomba sentiasa menasihati penduduk-penduduk kampung ataupun masa-masa banjir agar menggunakan khidmat kami pihak bomba sekiranya ingin melakukan apa-apa kerja pemindahan ataupun operasi, dan kita sentiasa memantau keselamatan mereka dengan memastikan mereka menggunakan life jacket dan keselamatan lain lah. Dan pihak bomba sendiri pun memandang penting akan perkara ini.
Those who were allowed to return home have been advised to be cautious of dangerous reptiles when cleaning their houses. The Drainage and Irrigation Department reported on the Disaster Information Portal of the Social Welfare Department that Sungai Neros in Setio was the only river that has breached the warning level, while the levels of the other rivers are at the alert point. As at 8 a.m. today, the number of evacuees stood at 163, with 14 evacuated overnight. Now up next, final curtain draws for WESG finals. Details next. Stay with us. Welcome back. Now it's time for our My Game On segment, bringing you the latest esports news in Malaysia. As the final curtain draws for the Southeast Asia Finals for the World Esports Games, WESG, we take a look at which teams will represent the region at the International Grand Finals. Joining us live is our reporter Wanizul Islam, who is currently attending the closing ceremony at Quill City Convention Center. Hello, Wan. What's the news for us? What esports news can you give us right now?
Thank you very much, Otto, and for the introduction. Now, as you can see behind me, it's currently the prize-giving ceremony for the WESG Southeast Asia Finals 2018, where the winners for Hearthstone is going up on stage right now to receive their prizes. The tournament has been a huge success lately. 4 days, around 10,000 people attending here in person and nearly 500,000 people watching online. Now, all these players are coming from 10 different countries from all around Southeast Asia, about 300 players in total, and they're all fighting for national pride and national unity. Now, as you can hear behind me, this is the Malaysian winner for Hearthstone coming up on stage. He is going to be the sole representative from Malaysia who will be representing that of the country at the International Grand Final. International Grand Final for WESG happening in next year in China. Now later, if he's got the time, he'll be coming down and we'll have an interview with him. But before we move on, let's call upon the organizer from AgriMind. He's the founder from AgriMind, Kelvin Lau. Thank you for joining us, Kelvin. So tell me, how was the success of the tournament so far, all these past 4 days? What do you think of the tournament?
Well, it's way above our expectation, and every 10 countries come together. They fly their flag, as you can see behind me. Well, it's above our expectation. People it's very hyped up and excited in this event. Yeah.
Thank you, Kelvin. So tell me, what next? What next for AgriMind as well as WSG? What do the players like Lala Song from Malaysia have to look forward next? Tell us maybe what's the International Grand Final going to be like?
Well, the International Grand Finals is going to be in China, and AgriMind, we aspire to build a full ecology for esports. It's very infancy now, but we're definitely working towards that. As you can see, this is only the beginning. We're coming towards that, and thank you.
All right, thank you so much, Kelvin, for your time. Wonderful tournament, definitely. Thank you, Kelvin. Now, unfortunately, we do not have that of the Hearthstone winner, but maybe later we'll get him for an exclusive interview. But that's all from me, Wanizul Islam, here at Quill City Convention Center for the WESG Southeast Asia Finals here. And as you can see behind me, definitely a roaring crowd. Huge support from esports fans all around Malaysia and also all around Southeast Asia, where countries have come to show the national pride, national support for the upcoming WESG Grand Finals happening next year. Thank you very much. We head back to you in Studio Otto.
Huge excitement over there. Congratulations to all the winners, and thank you very much, Wanizul Islam, for the news over there. Now, it's now time for our clickbait segment, where we take a look at what's trending and making rounds in the cyber world today. Now, what's a beauty pageant without little drama? Well, if you've been on the internet recently, you probably have heard the ugly behind-the-scenes behavior of some contestants in the Miss Universe 2018 pageant. This after an Instagram video went viral showing Miss USA Sarah Rose Summers mocking Miss Vietnam and Miss Cambodia's English proficiency.
Miss Cambodia is here and doesn't speak any English, and not a single other person speaks her language. Can you imagine? Like, Francesca said that would be so isolating, and I said yes, and just confusing all the time. And she pretends to know so much English, and then you ask her a question after having a whole conversation with her, and she goes, she's adorable.
Following the backlash from Instagram users over her xenophobic attitude, Summers issued an apology. The 24-year-old Nebraska native also claimed to have spoken to both contestants in question on the matter. Meanwhile, Miss Vietnam, Hun Mi, defended Miss USA over her remark, saying she was sure Summers didn't mean anything with her comment. As for Miss Cambodia, Ren Senat reposted Summers' Instagram photo with fellow contestants, adding the caption, "I speak the language of love, respect and understanding." This year's Miss Universe pageant will take place on Monday in Bangkok, Thailand. Now updated as of 7 p.m, here are the top trending topics and searches on the internet today. Fans of Agent Ali can meet your beloved characters from the popular animated series this school holidays at the Agent Ali Misi 2019 Carnival. Held at IOI City Mall, visitors can participate in various exciting activities, including agent training sessions, iris workshops, special screenings, and greet the super agent himself as well as his friends.
Apart from meeting the colourful characters, various Agent Ali merchandise are also on sale.
Barang-barang Agent Ali dan juga kita dapat jumpa bukan saja Agent Ali, kita dapat jumpa Agent Alisha dan ramai lagi lah. Jadi saya rasa ni satu tempat di mana satu keluarga boleh datang, kita bersama-sama kita boleh enjoy, kita boleh dapat barang sekolah Agent Ali, ada kasut bata yang boleh dibawa ke sekolah, ada buku-buku, buku ulang kaji, ada buku stiker, ada katil Agent Ali pun. Jadi datang.
The carnival is also promoting Agent Ali's cinematic debut via Agent Ali the Movie to be released next year.
Tunggu sekarang ni adalah Agent Ali the Movie, di mana kita ada satu filem Agent Ali di mana kita akan nampak karakter-karakter yang baru, cerita yang lebih besar, lebih sinematik orang kata kan. Jadi saya rasa itu yang satu filem yang ramai tengah tunggu sekarang ni.
According to WOW Animation CEO Usama Zaid Yassin, fans of the series will be better able to understand Agent Ali's past from the film.
Macam biasa kita ada ejen-ejen baru, beberapa ejen mata lagi yang kita akan kenal, ejen muda pun akan ada, dia akan jadi kita kata apa, mungkin sahabat dan cabaran untuk Agent Ali lah. Tapi yang paling main sekali kita akan ada satu watak baru yang bukan ejen, tapi dia bila berjumpa dengan Ali, dia menyatakan yang dia ada hubungan dengan masa lampau Agent Ali. Ini antara kita kata apa, the main story untuk Agent Ali itu akan
The carnival kicked off on December 11th and ends on December 23rd. The Malaysian animated series is produced by Primeworks Studio Sendirian Berhad together with WOW Animation since April 2016.
Malaysia is now one of the countries in Asia to have Super Park, which features various exciting activities for those who enjoy light games or extreme sports. Located in the heart of Kuala Lumpur, the indoor activity park offers everything from baseball nets, ninja tracks, and fun climbing to an interactive parkour game. But what makes Super Park KL more outstanding than those in Singapore and China is the 2,500 square foot skate rink. However, Rizwan has the details.
In Malaysia is this 2,500 square foot skate rink, which is made from an artificial 100% recyclable and non-toxic synthetic ice. And this rink will be able to stand up to the most demanding of athletic requirements. And what's more interesting is the ice synthetic reacts and responds just like the conventional ice, but this synthetic ice has no water, so don't worry about slipping.
Super Park Asia Chief Executive Officer Mark Marasin said his team spent a lot of time researching before deciding to use synthetic ice that is more eco-friendly for the skate rink.
Using a synthetic surface, much more environmentally friendly, I guess, than traditional ice skating. Much more easier to manage as well, and it is the first. And we spent a lot of time researching this.
When asked about his top 3 favorite games,
I guess my favourite game would be Robo-Keeper. Close second might be baseball. And then, I guess there's a few basketball games as well.
He added that not only are they fun, but visitors can also get fit by joining all the activities here, as they mostly involve physical and interactive movements. Both adults and kids can look forward to some 20 activities at the park, which are separated into 3 zones, namely the adventure area, game arena, and freestyle hall. Football fans would enjoy RoboKeeper as it will stop almost any shot. While those who are into elaborate and challenging obstacles may enjoy Ninja Track located in the freestyle hall.
Ini sangat menarik because selain daripada korang boleh have fun, korang juga boleh bersukan, bahkan buat korang berpeluh, memang best lah. So selain tu boleh bakar kalori, and then kalau korang nak macam have fun dengan family, dengan friends ke, so korang boleh chill datang sini.
In addition to its many features, Super Park KL also offers private, group and party experiences, including 6 rooms for group, birthday or corporate activities. Hawa Rizwan for 7 edition.
When we return, over 100 arrested in 5th weekend of protest in France. Don't go away. Thank you for staying with us. We're back with the forward news. In France, protesters continue to defy government calls to stay home despite the recent violence. An estimated 66,000 people protested across the country on Saturday, although the numbers were half compared to a week ago, perhaps shaken by the terror attack on the Christmas market in Strasbourg early this week. 115 of the protesters so far have been arrested by police, while 7 people have been injured. The movement, led by Gilets jaunes or Yellow Vest protesters, was initially just about going against the rise in the fuel taxes. But now, it snowballed into wide opposition to Macron's pro-business agenda and style of governing. It also addresses concerns on education reforms, better pensions and higher wages. About 69,000 police have been mobilized across France to prevent a repeat of the violence of previous weeks. But more and more people are showing up on streets blocking traffic. Scuffles also broke out on the Champs-Élysées several times during the day, with police using tear gas and water cannon. The country remains split over the protests as the Yellow Vest protesters have not put forth any agreed program or nominated leaders, making the task of negotiating their demands even more difficult. 7 miners were killed and 3 others were injured in an underground transport accident at a coal mine in southwestern China. Now, the accident occurred at around 6 p.m. local time on Saturday after the connecting segment of the mining skip broke, causing it to plummet down the mine shaft. However, the cause of the incident remains under investigation. Meanwhile, the Chongqing Energy Group, the company employed for the works, has since suspended operations at all of its coal mines. Previously, an accident at a coal mine in Shandong province in October killed 8 people, prompting safety inspections of mines across the country. Now, over in Brazil, with poverty rates on the rise, a growing number of informal trash collectors are turning into a new social media app to make their rounds more efficient as they exchange recyclable materials for cash. The Kataki app allows people to flag a registered trash collector to come collect trash or recyclables from their residence or business. The collectors pick up the rubbish with their push carts and bring it to the recycling plants where they are paid by the kilo for recyclable materials.
Já tem aí mais de 191 cidades do Brasil já tem catadores cadastrados, né? São uma rede aí de mais de 1.000 catadores que hoje, diariamente, estão recebendo chamados de pessoas que querem reciclar. No iPad,
the Kataki website says trash collectors are paid out an average of about 5 US cents per kilogram of plastic or cardboard and about 1 US cent per kilogram of glass. Collectors can also negotiate a collection fee with the app user for trash or larger items like furniture or appliances. The app's creators say they hope it will continue to spread, helping informal trash collectors earn extra cash while also increasing Brazil's overall recycling rate. Rocket Lab, a Silicon Valley-funded rocket propulsion company, launched a batch of 13 tiny probes from its New Zealand pad in low Earth orbit to study space on Sunday. The tiny satellites, called CubeSats, carries a payload of 10-centimeter cube-shaped research satellites and will collect data on phenomena such as radiation belts or an autonomous movement in space. Visuals of the launch wrap up 7 Edition this time round. I'm Otto Othman. Thanks for watching and good night.